Y'all may think, well, you're so lucky you get to go hunting and fishing all the time. I do, and that's a great thing about my job, but the worst thing about my job is having to miss my family and travel so much, so this really is special to me.
I like coming out here with my daddy because we can go hunting and have family time and just sit around campfires.
It's mid-November and deer season has been going on here for about 6 weeks now. And we've taken quite a few really good bucks, but the top-end bucks still haven't been taken yet. The rut is going on right now, and what we're trying to do is we're trying to take away those bucks that are just, they don't have desirable genetics for breeding. And what we're talking about is 3-year-old bucks or older that have 8 points or less. We have an abundance of deer, and we have a long deer season, and hopefully we can take some deer this weekend and get them out of the herd.
Hidden Springs Ranch is a really neat place to bring a child or first-time hunter, especially a kid. Keith and Matti were here while Allissa and I were down, and that made it especially neat because the kids would go out and play. Matter of fact, they dug a hole I think Keith will put a swimming pool into later on. You know, it gave Keith and I the opportunity to discuss some business and go over some things. And, you know, most of the time we just kind of hung out and had a good time.
My dad really likes his job. He travels a lot, but he gets to go hunting and fishing, which he mostly enjoys. And he has a fun time, so yeah, he likes it.
Allissa told me that her daddy travels a lot too, so I think we have a lot in common. And my daddy and her daddy have a lot in common.
I've been a believer that when you take people from any place in the country and you wind up putting them together, if they love the outdoors, if they truly love the outdoors, they're going to get along. And so when Matti and Allissa got to get together, it was no surprise they were going to get along. And I mean like 2 peas in a pod. Everywhere one went, the other one would go.
Matti's a real sweetheart, and she's really nice, and she's a lot of fun to hang around, and I had a good time with her. Matti and I do have a lot in common.
I don't want to push Matti just like Buzz doesn't want to push Allissa. All I want to do is make sure that she's capable of making one shot. But when she makes that one shot, she does it right. Oh! Look where you hit it. Okay, you're done.
Good shot, Matti.
Nice shot. Good job. I think that's got it. Good.
You did good.
Thank you, Daddy.
Here we are, middle of November. What's the temp back home, sis? Probably 25?
Yeah, around there.
It's a frigid 40-something down here. We're at the Hidden Springs Ranch down just outside of San Antonio, Texas. Keith's place, and Allissa is ready to go shoot her first whitetail deer this morning, right? You gonna get him?
We are on a management hunt. They're going to what blind now?
The Hilton.
Nope, they're going to the Hilltop this morning. We're going to go to the Loop Road blind, and we got to get in there and get settled down before the deer start moving right at daylight. So anyway, we're going to go on a management hunt with these little girls, and it's about time that we took the time to do that. So let's go.
I'm going hunting with my daddy.
Yes, you are.
Got set up in the blind, and everything was good. Deer started to pour out.
I saw a lot of red squirrels and about maybe 6 fawns. It was really fun. I just got to sit there and watch the animals, and I've never been that close to so many deer. It was just really fun.
My daddy has to go away for work a lot, and it just makes me really sad when he has to go. But I can always call him and hear his voice. But when he's home, we have as much fun as we possibly can. We go hunting, we come out to this ranch, and it's just so much fun when he's home.
There's a bunch of deer. I can't even count that many.
The rut, well, the rut's still going on, but it's been going on for a couple of weeks now. I mean, fast and furious. There's a lot of bucks that are already broken up. You're gonna see broken tines. Some of them may have broken off a whole main beam. They have battle wounds on them, and these guys are like gladiators. Almost all the mature does are bred. Now you may see bucks chasing the young does or the yearling does. Those are the ones that have not been bred yet, so the rut is still ongoing. I want you to shoot him. I want you to shoot him, Matti. Get set up, baby. Now he's on the right side of the road. He's going across the road. He's going across.
shoot him? My daddy always wants the deer's head to be up because it looks better on the video.
He's standing behind that brush. You see him?
Yes, sir. Can I shoot him?
Wait till he raises his head.
Okay.
Do it if you're ready.
I'm ready. Can I shoot?
Where'd he go? He smoked Manny. You dropped him in his tracks, I think. Awesome. Awesome. You dropped him in his tracks. Good job. Awesome, baby. That's awesome. Look at his antlers. I mean, that deer right there, he's only got 6 points. But this is...
But he's wide and he's got mass.
Yeah, he does it. You know what? He's 3 years old, and he just doesn't have the antlers that we want our 3-year-olds to have. Here's the deal. We're gonna get this guy, we gotta get him tagged, and then we're gonna wind up going and getting Allissa and Mr. Buzz and find out how they did. I haven't heard any shooting, but I promise you, they heard us shooting.
We didn't see a buck in the first group the first morning that we wanted to take, so there were some doe in the group, and we have a management obligation here, and we frankly love the venison, so we picked a doe, a mature doe out of the group, and Allissa waited for the right shot, had her gun up, pulled the hammer back. Everything went smoothly. She made a perfect shot on it.
Poked her good. Nice. Feel good about the shot? Well, how you feel? That's your first deer. Huh?
Nice.
Shot felt good?
Yeah.
Put the bullet right where you wanted, didn't you?
I was a little scared though.
A little scared. Not scared, probably a little nervous.
Yeah. It was easier than I thought it'd be.
Nice job, I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
Your brother's gonna be jealous.
You should be.
It's mid-November, and it has gotten hot. This morning it was real cool. A lot of deer activity, but it's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'm sitting here watching it. What are you doing, baby? Reading. Why are you reading?
The kill time until a deer walks out.
Okay. All right, well, you just kill time, and I'll let you know, okay?
3:30, 4 o'clock, we set up in a pasture. We sat, and probably a half an hour in, 4:30 or so, we started seeing deer. We had deer coming to our left, and we had deer coming out to the right. We had deer coming down in front of us.
Some of the deer started coming in, and then they just started pouring in. Lots of deer, lots of buck.
Well, now that Mattie's taken that buck, all we've got to do is try for a doe. And again, Matti is concerned that that rifle's going to kick her. She's kind of amazed at the magic, like I said, that the magic, it won't hurt you when you shoot an animal. So anyway, as she winds up getting ready to take a shot at this doe, I told her she better get down. She better get down and take a look at what happened.
I hit my head.
You hit your head? No.
I'm gonna have a black eye.
Yep, it did hit her. It hit her right square in the eye, but the cool thing is it didn't scare her at all. I mean, she realized that it didn't hurt, and she got her confidence back, and she felt good about herself, and that's what it's all about.
Suddenly we heard a shot go off. It was Matti, we assumed, and we were hoping she had done well, and it turned out she did.
So we're set up in the field waiting for a particular deer we had seen earlier in the day. Boom, there he popped out. We had about a half an hour of daylight left, and the deer walked in. Allissa got the gun up, pulled the hammer back, started to squeeze the trigger, and we had another buck walk right in front of this deer, and she let off. The deer we were trying to shoot turned and walked away, walked from one side to the other side, back and forth, and between the deer spinning on us as she was getting ready to shoot, deer walking in front or behind, poor thing had to go through this for a half an hour.
We had to move the scope about 3 times and then switch windows. And by then I was already shaking from moving so much and having to be so quiet. I mean, I didn't feel comfortable taking the shot, so I didn't shoot.
I'm so proud of her for not rushing a shot, taking a bad shot. She kept her cool, didn't will a bullet off when she wasn't positive, and we just didn't get the shot on the deer. But either way, it was just a great day for both of us.
I'll get one tomorrow.
The reason why we stayed in the blind till dark was just to give Allissa an opportunity. It'll be interesting to kind of see what she did. So, what do you think about all this?
I think this is one of the best days ever. First of all, it's Colton's birthday. I got 2 deer and dropped them right in their tracks for the first time ever. I got my confidence back. I met a new friend, and I got to spend all day with you.
You're awesome. Today's one of the best days of my life, Dave.
We went out this morning, sat in yet a different blind. Same scenario, except I don't think it was 20 minutes, more like 10. Deer started moving, light wasn't up yet. We could see dark shadows, dark shapes moving around out in front of us and beside us and whatnot. The light started to come up and we had deer all around us again. We had a good 20, 30 deer, and then more deer showed up. We had probably half a dozen deer in her class that we were hoping to shoot out here for her first time buck, and we had our choice. So we waited for the deer to get into the right lane for her to take the shot, and I was really very careful not to get her on a deer that she was going to have to start moving and getting all worked up again about. But watch this older deer 5-point though, so a little regression in the rack and a deer that needed to be managed from the herd here.
See this one down here by this tree in front of us.
And he got himself into a situation where he was going to be right for the shooting, and Allissa pulls her gun up. We got the hammer back on it.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice shot, girl. You hit him good. You hit him real good. Nice. You did real good. You did good.
Thanks, Daddy.
Very, very nice.
Oh,
What do you think of that?
he's very
Oh, sis. First doe yesterday, first buck today. It's a little too lucky. You did really good. I'm real proud of you.
Thanks.
2 perfect shots. That's my girl.
Well, after last night and we went out and it was really nerve-wracking and
Nerve-wracking.
well, yeah, and because I picked out a really nice buck, but I just couldn't get a shot at him because he just wouldn't stop moving. But once we came in today and I saw him, he kept moving still, and after we picked him out, and I was just like, oh
thought
no.
the same thing
Yeah,
as
I was like, oh no, not this again. But then he just stopped in the middle of the road and lifted his head up for me, and I got a good shot at him, and I shot him right here.
Where?
Right here, Dad.
I can't make a shot that good.
But I can.
It's perfect.
Well, I'm just really happy that I finally got one today because after last night I didn't think I was going to get one, but
You're a little
Sounds
upset
right.
about that, weren't you?
yeah, but that's what it's all about. You win some and then you lose.
And you won some today.
Yeah.
One good buck. I'm very, very fortunate to have the career that I have with a great company, Gander Mountain. The tough part or the difficult part is the amount of travel. Not that I don't like to travel, but the time away from family. The kids, especially at the ages that they are now, and it's been this way for some time. I'm out on the road 2-3 days a week, sometimes more. So times at home or times out like this with one of my children are especially precious to me. So I'm thankful that I had the opportunity to do this with my daughter. You know, not only to just be with her for a few days, just her and I, but to watch her shoot her first deer and then watch her shoot her first buck, which was her second deer, is memories I'll cherish forever. And all the hunting and fishing and things that I do over the course of a year, these are the ones that I remember the most vividly and the ones that will stick in my mind as the greatest memories through the years to come.
I'm really happy to be here with my dad for this weekend because I don't get to spend time with him at all usually, and I've never just been away from my mom and just got a chance to hang out with my dad. And it's just really great because I get to spend time with him and I get to do something that he likes too. And I get to be with him and have him say how proud he is of me and make him happy. I will definitely ask my dad for a lot more hunting because if regular hunting is like, if hunting turkey is this much fun, then I just want to do it so much because being with my dad is not the only thing that makes it fun. Shooting and the excitement of just seeing the animals also makes it fun, even if you don't get one.
Hey, here we go on 3. 1, 2, 3.